engaged. Get ready, it's the new edition. Your favorite morning meditation. Hey, it's me, pardon my success. I'm a hot mess. Pardon my success. Pardon my success. Pardon my success. Pardon my UPMS. Hey, what's up, you guys? And welcome back to Pardon My Success. I haven't done a solo episode in quite a long time, actually. It's been a minute, but Zack and I went to New York this past week, and when we were in Central Park, he popped the question, and look at this ring. It's incredible. I love it so much. And you're going to see so much footage from this trip, so I kind of just wanted to walk you through the entire thing and give you all the juicy details. Zack is in the room, but he didn't want to participate, so if he has anything to add, he can let us know. We didn't go out Halloween night because we were leaving so early. So we got up at like 4 a.m., went to the airport. But when we got to New York, we're in New York. Airport pigeon. We checked into our hotel, which was like just a couple blocks from Times Square. So we thought, hey, it's the day after Halloween. Why don't we put on our costumes that we brought here? We were Padme and Anakin from Star Wars, and let's go walk around, see the city, see the sights. So we went out and about and learned pretty quickly that apparently nobody in New York dresses up after Halloween night. LA, that's Halloween, multiple weekends. Not New York City. People were asking us if we knew the date. Zack had told me before we left for New York that I needed to get my nails done and that they had to be in canonically correct Padme, crescent moon, white tipped. Suspicious, I know. I got them done beforehand and was like, oh my God, is something gonna happen? I don't know. When we were in Florida recently, his family had, made a couple like little comments here and there, like, oh, we know your secret. And like his dad had said something about how like I wouldn't have to wait too much longer now. So I was like, something's going on. I don't know what, but I had like some suspicions, but I didn't want to get my hopes up too high because I be doing that sometimes and then get myself very sad for no real reason at all whatsoever. So I was trying to be realistically prepared. But Sunday was the New York Marathon. My friend Alyssa Chin from DOBC, my dance baby, who's been on the podcast, she was running the marathon. So we met up with a bunch of our friends who had come out for the marathon as well. Oh my God, the subways getting to and from the marathon, insane. We were packed like sardines in there, but we made it. Zack was like holding on the ceiling, but we got there. The crowds were insane. Zack had leapt his way over the Central Park wall and he pulled me over. And as all of our friends were arriving later, he was individually pulling each one of them up too, which was crazy. And it was funny because there were people that weren't part of our even friend group that ended up benefiting from Zack being there to help them over the wall. And we had the perfect spot to watch. Thankfully, I had service on my phone, even though most people didn't. And I was able to track Alyssa as she ran the entire New York Marathon until she got to us. It was so amazing. It was so cool to see her actually do that. Especially funny because in college, we used to joke about the fact that she hated running and working out. And as did I. I used to always say, if you see me running, you should too. And she was right there with me. And now here she is, a marathon runner. And I'm just so absolutely proud of her. Her family came out. I love her family. Her mom, Oi, is my girl. So cute seeing everybody. And getting to see her afterwards was so wonderful. Zack got to meet everyone, which was so much fun. And then the next day, Monday, we were like finally out exploring. Today is now Monday. We are doing all of our sightseeing today, and we are going to Rockefeller Center tonight. I'm walking here. We had bagels for the first time yesterday. That was good.
Never had a bagel before in our lives.
First bagel, first ever. It felt like it. It was good. We had New York pizza. That was delicious. Saw Times Square. What'd you think?
A lot of people.
But yeah, that's what we're up to today. But we have a beautiful view. It's a beautiful day. Let's take you around. Got to see some of the big sites like Empire State Building, which we could see from our hotel room, which was super cool. The New York Public Library. We went to the wrong New York Public Library and then we went to the right one and then it was closed. So we couldn't go inside, but we got to see the outside of it. We went to Grand Central Station. That was super cool. Oh my God. I got to have my little Gossip Girl moment. That was super fun. We went to St. Patrick's Cathedral, and I don't know if it's a Gutenberg Bible, but it's certainly an old Bible that they have in there. And we like walked around and it was absolutely gorgeous. Before we did the top of the rock, all the way to the top of Rockefeller Center, and we're up there for sunset, which was, oh my God, so beyond gorgeous. Like, wow, the sights were stunning. And, you know, it's past daylight savings. So it was like 4 o'clock. and the sun was setting as we were up there. It was like, okay, cool. But we had 6 p.m. reservations for ice skating. The one thing that we had really planned far before coming to New York, like the first thing Zack had booked was skating in Rockefeller Center. So there was like a little voice in my head that was like, oh, maybe it'll be at Rockefeller Center. You know, you never know. You never know. You never know. He's not like a really big skater. I am notorious for falling every time I go ice skating, but we were like, it's going to be good. We're going to have a good time. And that was beautiful. And we held hands and I didn't fall, not even once. Not even once did I fall, which was super surprising because the last time that I was there, I took multiple people down with me, Anna and Alyssa included. Good work on May. Mostly because I was convinced that I might be getting proposed to. So I was like, I need to be really careful. What if I fall and break a nail? Worst case scenario. Thankfully, nothing bad happened. We skated with no issue. And then on Tuesday, we did the Statue of Liberty. We got like a bagel every single day. We were trying to go to different bagel spots to get the best bagel with schmear, bacon, egg, and cheese that we could find. But we went to the Statue of Liberty and ate our little bagels on the boat on the way there. That was amazing. That was the first time I'd ever actually seen her in person. She is so much larger, but also smaller than one would have anticipated. You know what I mean? Like, she's so big, but also she's on top of a pedestal that is so much larger than it feels like she is, or maybe equal in size. I don't know, but that was news.
Yeah, you're perfect. You're right on it.
I'm definitely not. Oh yeah, they had this like whole little thing where you could like take your picture at the Statue of Liberty and pick things that like mean liberty to you, citizenship, and independence. Please feel free to touch the foot.
Keep it going. Beautiful sight. Don't need to be here more than a few hours. Statue on a rock. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I got a hat.
I got stickers.
Stickers. Oh, I also got this guy. He's really cute. Wahoo!
I tried to.
Closing the door. No, much better to face these kinds of things. Oh, we went to Wall Street and Zack had this moment.
So.
We're very proud. We saw the Brooklyn Bridge.
Walking by the Brooklyn Bridge.
Gorgeous, stunning, absolutely amazing. We got a incredible Italian food with our friend Joe, who is a New Jerseyan. At that dinner, we were telling Joe about how we'd done Rockefeller Center the day before, and Joe was like, oh, you know, a lot of people propose there. And Zack literally said out loud, yeah, but I'm not coordinated enough on skates for that. And so in my head, I was like, okay, filing that away for later. Because the next day was Wednesday. We're leaving on Thursday, mind you. Wednesday was the day that Zack had been like, we're going to go to Central Park and we're going to take pictures first thing in the morning. You're going to look nice. We're going to look very nice. And he's like, I'm wearing like a button down. Like, this is a very nice outfit. Like, you need to bring a black dress and like all this stuff. And I was like, okay, fine. I tried on a couple different outfits that weren't the black dress at first. And Zack did not like those options. So we did go with the black dress that was originally planned, which is actually my friend Christina's, who I'm the maid of honor for her wedding. And I've asked her to be the matron / dance mom of honor at our wedding. It was a dress that she had given me actually from Hawaii, where we went to together for the first time way back when. So that was really cute. I got to have a little bit of her with me on that day. We were walking around Central Park. My feet hurt so bad. I was wearing these booties, and obviously it's like New York City, so you're having to take the subway and walk everywhere. So I kept having to stop along the way of Central Park because I was like, my feet hurt so bad, I need a moment. At like different stuff, I'd be like, oh, like let's call my parents. It's my dad's birthday. So I talked to them for a while. They'd been calling me every single day of this trip too. So I was like, that's weird, but whatever. We're walking around Central Park. Zach's like, I really have to use the bathroom. So we're like trying to find a bathroom. I'm like, there's the boathouse. Like we could do that. There's like photographers all over Central Park and they keep walking up and taking photos of us and being like, oh, like we'll take your photos for $10 a photo, like all this stuff. And Zach's like, oh, like maybe later, like all these things. We're like walking around. And then finally he's like, oh, let's go to this way. And it's like a random dirt path, like a random little trail. I'm like, this is certainly not the way to the bathrooms. Like maybe we'll find a secluded spot behind a tree for you, but that's about it. But we like literally go to this little spot. It's this beautiful little cove. There's like a little gondola gazebo pavilion made out of wood that's there. It's called Wagner Cove. Now we know this. But as we walk up, there's this Asian woman who is setting up her selfie stick tripod to what we can only assume is take a photo or video of herself in this little cove. But as we're walking up, she's like fiddling with it. And she's like, oh, you guys go ahead. So we're like, okay. Zach's like, hey, you should set up your phone because I've been taking all this footage for the podcast for you guys. I've been vlogging the entire trip. He's like, oh, set it up so that we can get a little cute little video of us like kissing under this gondola. I'm like, intrigue. Okay, yeah, let's set up my phone. I set it up vertically and he's like, no, we should horizontal this. I was like, okay, that's fair. This is for the podcast. My bad. This woman's still standing there. And there's like a solid minute of us like holding hands, like looking into each other's eyes, kissing and like looking off at the water. And I'm like looking back at the camera, like I'm like, what's going on? Zach's like looking at the lady, like, is she leaving? Like I am like, what's happening? Finally, he gives up on the woman leaving and is like, so you know how I love you? And I was like giggling to myself already. I was like, oh my God. Not that ugly at the time. Internally, that was happening. He got down on one knee and pulled out the most beautiful ring I have literally ever seen in my entire life. I actually like gasped, shocked, bamboozled, absolutely flabbergasted. We had our beautiful moment there. We had a photographer taking pictures of us and it was so cute. The Asian woman congratulated us and then went on to take her little selfie video there too. So good on her. I hope she got some good footage. On the other side of the water from where we were, there were people on a bridge that saw us and were like clapping and stuff. So that was super, super cute. And then we got photos just like all around the park. And as we were sitting there going through all of our photos and stuff afterwards, a woman walked up and was like, hey, I'm a wedding photographer and I came to Central Park looking for a couple to take photos of and I would love to take some photos of you guys for free. And we were like, oh my God, that's amazing. We just got engaged. And so she took some even more pictures of us and those were absolutely beautiful too. So artistic, so fun. We collected some beautiful leaves that I put in my journal from Central Park. So I have those. And it was just like a really, really beautiful day. And then we went back and I was finally able to take off my shoes and that was amazing. From the moment the ring has been on my finger until literally now, all I have done is stare at it and look how shiny it is and take a bunch of videos of it and walk around being like, we're engaged, tea. So it's been lovely. It's been so beautiful. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. And then, that night we saw Anna and Alyssa for dinner and that was super fun because I was like, okay, I want to wait to announce anything and like put anything on social media because I want to see them and surprise them first. So we got that moment of actually surprising them with the news, which was super cute. And it was really fun to be able to celebrate with them on the day of. The next day, we just kind of like hung out and went to the original Joe's Pizza and I took lots of videos of my ring all over the city and then went to the airport and made our way back to LA. And that was a super delayed, late flight, but we got home. Since then, it's just kind of been a whirlwind of excitement and activity and posting, announcements. So that's the tale. That's what happened. We're engaged. Any other questions that you would like, please comment them down below. Maybe I can eventually bully Zach into a Q&A about this. Doubtful. In fact, very doubtful. Who knows? A girl can dream. Yeah, that's how we got engaged. That's our proposal story. Tea. We'll be telling our kids this, or I'll just show them this video, I guess, in the future. So that's what's up. That's what's happening. I have a bunch of modeling gigs next week. Oh my God, I got cast as Cratchit in A Christmas Carol with Colleen, who you guys will meet next week in our Macbeth episode, because I was just in Macbeth before we went to New York as well. So, there's lots of things going on, lots of other creative successes happening, but the biggest news for certainly at this point in time is that I am a fiancé. Yay! I love you guys so much, and I will see you all next week. Thank you. Bye-bye. Are you PMSing?